July 22, 2015, 11 hours 32 minutes and 25 seconds p.m.
Broken Arrow 911. Broken Arrow 911. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, where are you at?
Broken Arrow, Oklahoma 7411.
What address?
709 Magnolia Court.
Okay. Are you the only one there?
No, my brother's attacking my family.
Your dad is attacking your family?
No, my brother.
Love, trust, and loyalty. Just a few of the words that come to mind when I think about family. Usually the prime motivator for hard work and sacrifice, most people would do everything in their power to protect their loved ones. Yet 5 members of the Bever family would be murdered by their own flesh and blood. Welcome back to Dark Rabbit Hole. In tonight's video, we travel to Broken Arrow, Oklahoma to investigate the Bever family murders. 709 Magnolia Court, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. A large home, fit for a large family. David Bever, 52 years old, worked as an information technology consultant, while April Bever, 44, stayed home to homeschool the kids. Robert, 18, Michael, 15, Crystal, 13, Daniel, 12, Christopher, 10, Victoria, 5, and Autumn, 1 year old. This was indeed a large family, but according to Reddit post by April Bever, she would never give up any of her kids to have more money. Her family never went without, despite living only on one income. And according to neighbors, they did present as your normal American family, although slightly reclusive. Robert Bever took on your typical big brother role, so much so that he was spotted by his neighbor walking to his local Walmart to pick up Christmas gifts for his little brothers and sisters. He would also take his little brothers and sisters to the local bowling alley, where he participated in the bowling league there as well.
And Christopher and Daniel Bever were part of the summer 2015 bowling league.
We're pretty sure we were probably the last people to see them in public.
Hearn says Michael and Robert bowled in the youth league when they were younger too, but that summer Robert was just there to chaperone.
When he was bringing the little ones, he told me, he stopped me and he goes, "Thank you for everything you did for us when we were younger, when we used to bowl here." I thought that was really sweet. I mean, he was a nice guy.
Robert later stated that his parents forced him to quit bowling. Needing a new way to spend his time, Robert started a new hobby.
Salute. Hey everyone, it's me, Colt Empire. In case you didn't know, you found me by accident, or you're expecting someone else. Yeah, why would you do that? Anyway.
Robert was a YouTuber. In addition to a gaming channel, he would upload vlogs and short skits to this channel, Colt Empire Official. You can still view these videos on YouTube today. Unfortunately, YouTube would not be Robert's claim to fame, but this wouldn't be his last attempt. Robert had a goal, so he developed a plan to have his name spoken at dinner tables around the world. But first, he needed a partner. Michael turned out to be the perfect candidate. Although younger than Robert, the brothers still had one crucial element in common: admiration for mass shooters. The brothers idolized these figures, Robert going as far as to write a book entitled How to Shoot Up Your School and Get Away with It. Together, the brothers developed a plan to become serial mass murderers.
I wrote a book called How to Shoot Up Your School and Get Away with It when I was like 13.
Mm-hmm.
And I showed it to my parents, and they were like, "No, you need to get rid of this. This is wrong." And my idea was I was going to like pick restaurants and schools and movie theaters, go in, shoot it up, then get back in our family vehicle and drive away.
Robert got a job at a local call center, Microtech, where he would take prayer requests for individuals calling in. With the money Robert earned for praying for people, Robert would begin buying a collection of knives and body armor for him and his brother Michael. Robert would also order a handgun, shotgun, and over 2,000 rounds of ammunition. With everything in place, they set a date for late September 2015 to begin their assault. On the night of July 22, 2015, April Bever would go to her brother's room to let them know that their mother wanted them to clean the kitchen before going to bed. When Crystal breached the doorway, she noticed that her brothers were strapping on their body armor with their full knife collection out on display. Earlier the same day, Robert had just received an email notification letting him know that the guns he had ordered had arrived at the gun store, but the ammunition he ordered would be arriving at his doorstep the next morning. Realizing that his parents would never permit an order of over 2,000 rounds of ammunition on their doorstep, the brothers decided they had no other choice and they developed a new plan. Step 1. Kill all the members of the family as silently as possible. They would do this with their knife collection. Step 2. Dismember the bodies of their loved ones and put them in bins in the attic. Step 3. Steal the family's car and money and make their way to Washington on a murderous rampage. When Crystal entered the room, she noticed Michael ask Robert, "Should we start now?" To which Robert would reply, "Yes."
She came in to tell us that Mom wanted us to get the kitchen done before we went to bed and put the cats up. And basically, we did what we planned. I got to my desk, and I had to look at something to this guy to roll up. We went up behind to grab to and slip with you.
While Crystal's attention was on the computer screen, Robert snuck behind her, grabbed her mouth, and slit her throat. But things would not go as they planned, because Crystal was still alive, and Crystal was screaming.
And so she fell down and started screaming.
Yeah, when I kept stabbing her, I kind of freaked out because, it wasn't funny on this.
Were you saying anything, or,
I just stood there.
Okay.
And then Mom came in.
At this moment, April comes in to see what the commotion is. Here are the events as they take place next, according to Michael.
And then my mom came in, and she started yelling, "Call the police, get Dad." And then we came over and started attacking her. They actually got up and ran out the front door.
Wow. So he stabbed your mom with the same knife?
Yep.
And where did he stab her?
I think in the neck, too.
Okay.
Actually, he stabbed her in the neck, pushed her into the kitchen, and then got it. Slipped with you, she started screaming and ran into the family.
DNA evidence would later go on to dispute this claim, showing that Michael cut his hand in the process of stabbing his own mother and left his DNA on the blade. April would be stabbed over 42 times. Robert would later testify that while his mother was being stabbed, she was praying for the souls of her two boys. Robert then tells Michael to drag his sister Crystal's body back into the house. David, who after hearing his wife plead for her life, races out of his room and charges at Robert.
Dad came down because his bedroom's upstairs. They started attacking there. They got a little bit of a fight, but then eventually Robert got him down and I think he killed him.
Did he cut his throat too?
At this point, only the children remain, all hiding behind locked doors. Michael knew exactly where the kids were hiding. Daniel was hiding in his father's office, while Christopher and Victoria were hiding next door in the bathroom. Michael seizes the opportunity. He approaches the bathroom door first and whispers quietly, "Help, he's gonna kill me." Christopher jumps up quickly, hoping to save his brother's life, inadvertently dooming his life and his little sister's. As soon as the door is cracked open, Michael cowboy kicks the door open and stabs Christopher in his neck. Robert and Michael will go on to stab Christopher and Victoria over 20 times apiece. Immediately after, Michael forces the door open on his father's office. In this 911 call, you can hear the moment when the brothers enter the room and Daniel begins pleading for his life.
Broken Arrow 911. Broken Arrow 911. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, where are you at?
Oklahoma, Oklahoma 7411.
What address?
709 Magnolia Court.
Okay. Are you the only one there?
No, my brother's attacking my family.
Your dad is attacking your family?
No, my brother. He has an idea stealing me. Oh, millions of people now.
Okay, who's attacking your family?
What?
Who's attacking your family?
Yes.
Who is it? Do they have... Are you there?
Hello?
Hi, what's going on there? What's going on there? Hello? Hello?
Robert would proceed to stab Daniel multiple times in the back, eventually piercing his heart, killing him instantly. Robert would mention how he wished all of his family members died that way, instantly, without them screaming.
There was a lot of screaming and a lot of begging for me to stop.
Hearing a knock at the door, the two brothers assume that the neighbors have heard the screaming, so they abandon the plan. They run out of the back door and head towards the river in the woods, where they plan to stay and double back once the police leave to steal the family car. Meanwhile, police and first responders would arrive on a scene that would traumatize them for years to come. Police would force entry into the scene and find Crystal Bever still alive on the floor. Police described that she was clearly stabbed in multiple locations, even locations where her organs were outside of her body. They were amazed that she was even speaking to them, let alone letting them know that it was her brothers, Michael and Robert, that committed the heinous act. Directly past the entryway, police would make the discovery of David, Daniel, and April, all dead on the floor. While continuing to search the home, police would come upon the locked bathroom door. Fearing that the perpetrators have barricaded themselves inside, the police forced entry into the bathroom. Police would discover Christopher and Victoria, both holding each other on the bathroom floor, suffering multiple stab wounds, and both deceased. While continuing to search the home, police come across the crib of soon-to-be 2-year-old Autumn. It was a pleasant surprise when they noticed that Autumn was only being still because she was still asleep in her crib. She would go on to be one of only 2 survivors of the night. When questioned later about why they decided to spare Autumn, they replied that they didn't. They simply forgot about her. They actually planned to kill Autumn by decapitation. After searching the house, the police realized that the 2 boys had made their way outside of the house and into the woods. The police used a canine unit to track the boys down, Robert giving up quickly when the police found him, but Michael, on the other hand, needing the canine to pull him out. In the moments following arrest, the motivations for this crime become clear. As Robert is arrested with the look of elation and satisfaction on his face, he proclaims to his brother that he's proud of what he's done. To the police, he admits that he's always wanted to kill. He's even fantasized about it, and how if you kill more than one person, you become godlike. And now, he and Michael have achieved their goal. Their mission was accomplished.
We have breaking team coverage this evening. One of the brothers accused of murdering his 5 family members in Broken Arrow will spend the rest of his life in prison.
Correct day. We want to get right to breaking news in the Michael Bever murder trial. The jury has reached a decision, has reached a verdict. Let's go.
Craig, the jury found Michael Bever guilty on all 6 counts, 5 counts of first-degree murder, as well as 1 count of assault and battery with a deadly weapon.
Michael and Robert would both receive 5 life sentences. Robert, being 18 at the time, received 5 lives with no parole. Michael, however, received 5 lives with parole, but to be served consecutively. This sentence was actually pretty controversial at the time. Michael's defense team arguing that the sentence being served consecutively effectively meant that he was given a life sentence. The ruling made its way all the way to the Supreme Court, where it was eventually upheld. As for the survivors, Crystal and Autumn Bever, they both went into foster care. If you enjoyed this journey into the darkest rabbit hole, please be sure to subscribe for more. Until next time.